I began my unit with a pre-assessment that was going to be the exact same test as the post-assessment test later on in the unit. All the students did fairly poorly on this assessment, with the highest grade being a 75. So this allowed me to continue on the plan that I had previously made for the whole unit, on teaching it as if they did not know much or at all anything about the content. As the unit progressed, all the students, for the most part, were very interactive and did very well on the assignments. They only received bad grades for most of the assignments if they did not follow directions or did not complete the actual assignment. There were 2 instances of that. One assignment, though, was an exit slip on the second day of instruction, and almost all the students, all but one actually, failed. I found out later that this was because there was a miscommunication between myself and the students. When they were writing this exit slip out, they thought that this was a pop quiz. They didn't know that this was a exit slip that they could check their notes when they couldn't remember the answers. And so in grading a 3-question exit slip, if you missed 1 or 2, you had a 67 or a 33. So if you missed 1, then you were already failing. Once the students got their grades back, they were very upset about it. And because it was mostly my fault that they did not understand what was actually going on, I decided to throw that grade out. Although in the data analysis for this assignment, I did leave the grade in as a daily grade. But most of them were happy about having that thrown out, except for the one student that had a 100, and then she lost that good grade. For the post-assessment, it was, as I said, the same as the pre-assessment. They took it on the last day of the unit, and they all did fairly well. Some came up from being in the 60s or 50s on their pre-assessment to having 105s in the post-assessment, and they got that extra 5 bonus points because the first half of that class that day we took we did a review game, and the winners between the 2 groups that I had put together, the winning team received 5 extra bonus points on the test. But all but one had very significant gain scores, and I found out later from my cooperating teacher after I had graded the tests that this was because she has some sort of learning disability that I'm unaware of. I didn't know about it while I was teaching, or I would have modified my lessons, but she still gained in her understanding of the content. It just wasn't as much as the rest of the class.